We're back. We're back with a brand new edition. Welcome to TikTok Live or YouTube, wherever you're hailing from. Glad to have you here, my loves. Okay, if you, excuse me, if you are new here, my name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor, because that's what that shit's all about, right? So I already know that sounds good to you. Hey, Chels. Click that follow button. Also, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me so that we can go ahead and fix your problem and find out exactly where you're going wrong, hey Ingrid, so that you can get your shit right and tight and manifest your SP back ASAP, links are in the bio. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Hey Sanja, I only have a hard stop in 2 hours because I like to think I have a life. I have laundry to do. But if you ever miss a live, don't worry. I always got your back. Hey, Jack Frost. Links are always going to be in the bio. I do post my videos every day on YouTube, so you can always watch the replay. And you know that, watch it. Help me get my watch hours up. And you can let me at the volume. I don't give a shit. Hey, Janelle. So also I do offer tech support coaching and the whole works. We do also have a free WhatsApp community. So go ahead and join that bad boy now. It is going to be turning to paid. Hey, Josie. Hey, AJ. It is going to be turning to paid this week. So make sure that you get in now, because then you'll never have to pay a penny. Okay. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Aya. Okay. I'm going to check it out. I do stats for 2 weeks and mental diet. Today I broke down. It's okay. It's okay, Sanja. So if you break down, pick yourself back up, right? It's okay to have a down moment, but you got to pick yourself back up. You got to flip that shit, okay? So you can't have a down moment and then just push it aside and keep pushing. That's not how that works. Hey, unapologetically. Hey, Bevy. So you have to push that. You have to flip it. Hey, Goat DJ. So when you flip it, then things change, okay? No, you can't screw up your manifestation unless you tell yourself you're screwing it up, or set unrealistic expectations for yourself. Nice go, DJ. I'm excited to work with you. Shoot me a text, bitch. Also, I do have to tell you guys, from an ethical standpoint, right, hey, Lulu, I will never in life teach on something that I have not done myself, okay? I will not do that. I can't. Good, Sanja. I don't think you need to reach out to him yet, okay? You don't want to reach out to him because that's forcing the 3D and you're going to get an answer you don't like. Hey, Alejandra. Okay, so we don't want to do that, all right? But anyway, I will never teach something I've never successfully done myself. I think ethically that's wrong, okay? So be careful. Whether you work with me or you work with another coach, be careful and make sure that they've actually manifested what they're going to claim they're going to help you manifest, okay? Because there's a lot of people out there trying to make guarantees and all that shit, and they don't know what they're talking about. Hey, Andrea. Okay, and they don't know what they're talking about. If they have not manifested their SP back, I would highly suggest you don't work with them. You know what I mean? That's fucking stupid. Who would do that? Who would do that? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't work with somebody unless they've done it themselves. And which I will toot my own horn, but toot fucking toot. I've decided that I'm going to help manifest for you. Okay. So if you're interested in that, you can book a 30-minute session. I'll manifest your shit for you. Okay. I'm good at it. I'm actually really good at it. So I can't go into detail about what I manifested for somebody yet. But let me tell you, within 72 hours, like, it was some big shit. Like, when I say big shit, like, I mean big shit. Okay. Like, it was huge. And, but in 72 hours, she had a twofold manifestation she wanted, non-SP related. But within 72 hours, first manifestation complete. Literally. I mean, when I say big shit, I mean big shit, guys. Okay. And so then the second thing she wanted me to manifest for her is on its way. Like, literally. Okay. Which is why I tell you guys, you guys don't have to worry about the how, because whatever has to happen for you to get what you're affirming for you to get your manifestation will happen. You're likely not going to guess the how. Okay. And that's the second fold of her manifestation. Okay. Is I wouldn't have guessed the how, but it's there. So, hey, Tim. Hey, Free Dove. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I think that shit was, she threw me off when she wanted that. And I was like, challenge accepted. Let's do it. Challenge accepted. I love a good challenge. And so I did it. I've helped people manifest being in no contact with their SP to being unblocked on social media, and getting in contact with their SPs, all those things. So that's where you guys need to get a grip. Okay. I noticed that a lot of times you guys end up, it was the universe, Jack Frost, the universe. I'm just kidding. They always find you at the right time, though. They always find you at the right time. Can I throw a BD party for my SP? It depends, Minjazz. It totally depends if you can if I would recommend you throw a birthday party for your SP. Are you together? Like, if you're together, then yeah, of course. But if you're not together, then the answer to that would be, it depends on the status of your relationship. Like, if you're in no contact or you're not on good terms, then I would recommend no, because then that would be forcing the 3D, right? Because, so if you want to elaborate, then just drop a comment on exactly what's the status of your relationship with SP. And then I can tell you if you should throw his ass a birthday party or not. Okay. Sandra, you can manifest him calling you the second you expect him to call you. Okay. We have to get into the knowing, like, just know that this is a thing. I just know that he loves me. I just know that he's obsessed with me. I just know that he's going to call me. Okay. When you do that, and you can tell yourself that, like, I know he's going to call me. Right. So therefore you can further step into that assumption, because if you just know something is going to happen, it happens. Okay. It's the second you know and expect it to happen, he will call you instantly. And you can do my photo method, which is what we do every day on my live. Okay. And, but get in that notion of perfect boyfriend, right? If you persist in the version that you want of your SP of perfect boyfriend, then why not? But because the only reason you won't get what you're asking for in the photo method or commanding is because you're not in the frame of mind of perfect boyfriend, right? Because perfect boyfriends do perfect things for you, right? They call you, they text you, they contact you, they spend time with you, they want to be with you, right? Because they're your perfect boyfriend. Oh, Kenza, shoot that shit to the top. I'll answer you as soon as this is over. That's why this live has a hard stop in 2 hours. I have laundry to do, I need to clean, and I got a shit ton of messages I need to respond to, and it's Sunday. And it's possible my boyfriend will be going to his cousin's house to go play his video games. So there's that part. But I'm going to hold the intention that he's not going to go. That his cousin is busy and is not going to fucking talk to him. We are in good terms. We do talk. So feel a connection, just living some states apart. Well, then why not? Why not? Why not? Oh, that's right. Okay, let me do that shit now. Hold on. Oh yeah, Janelle, if you guys want a response like ASAP after this shit, then go ahead and send me or shoot that shit to the top, because I'm going to go in order today. From most recent to Bevy, I took care of you. Hooked you up, sis. Thanks. Good looking out. So good. But prima donna, see perfect boyfriend. Okay, see perfect boyfriend. Okay, there's no problem. I just have a few questions. I'm choosing the version of my perfect SP. Good. You need to start choosing the version of your perfect SP. Okay. Go DJ. No, it's not. You can manifest on a time crunch. I did. Okay. I was all done fucking waiting for me and my SP to live together. So I literally declared, I think it was on the weekend. I think it was like Saturday or something. And I was like, no, he's going to live with me by Tuesday. Like by Tuesday, we're living together. And I didn't robotically affirm that. I just declared the date. And then sure enough, I was off by 5 minutes. So before I know it, I woke up to him standing over me saying, honey, I'm home. Basically, like, I'm moving in. And that was like, it was like 12:05 in the morning. And I knew there was a problem because he never comes over that late. And so I looked up and he's like, he startled me. And I was like, is everything okay? He's like, no. I was like, well, there we go. Okay. there we go. Okay. AG, I don't fucking know. It depends on what it is. Okay. But you can add a timeline to manifestations. Okay. But the thing is, you can't waver. Okay. So when you add a timeline, part of the issue that people will have is that they'll date something. And then, so like, let's say if you're trying to manifest something, well, there's two ways. So let's say you're trying to manifest something and you want it to come like in a month from now. Okay. So if that's the case, you likely won't see a lot of movement until it gets closer to that date, which can cause people to waver. Okay. Because they like movement, because movement, it excites them. It keeps you going. Right. But then let's say you also want to manifest something in 72 hours. Okay. The problem is you cannot waver from it. You just have to know, like, no, this is the date and that is it. Oh, hey, MKD. And I'm not going to waver from that date. Okay. Because if you waver from that date, like the closer the date gets, you may get into your thoughts like, oh my God, it's tomorrow and it's not here yet. And so now you're wavering or you're focused on the date. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, well, let's have it happen fucking now. You know, so I think everyone should manifest everything on a time crunch. Everything. Why wait for shit? You know, I don't want shit to take a long ass time. Like who would want that, right? Oh yes, let me manifest some shit and I just want it to take 8 months. No, I want my shit fast, right? Which I tell you guys should all be setting the assumptions. You should all be affirming and setting the assumptions that you're a master manifester. And you get what you want and you get it when you want it. You don't wait for shit, right? I always get what I want and I get it when I want it. Okay. You should be affirming that, because who doesn't want to be a master at manifesting, and who doesn't want to always get what they want and get it when they want it, you know? Also, every one of you that are manifesting an SP should be adding to your affirmations. Every one of you should have this in your affirmations, is whatever their name is the easiest for me to manifest, you know? Is the easiest. Like Alex is the easiest for me to manifest. Alex is so easy for me to manifest. He's the easiest for me to manifest. Okay. Cause then that will become true for you, and think longevity wise. Okay. So it's like, if you have the assumption that your SP is the easiest for you to manifest, guess what's going to happen? Whenever you want them to do shit, they're going to do it, because they're the easiest for you to manifest, right? Like that assumption doesn't just go away once you get your SP back. Right. So now it's like, well, what do I want from him today? Well, he's easiest. So he'll start to do things within hours. Okay. I can get my boyfriend to do anything I want him to do within hours, because I have the assumption that he's the easiest for me to manifest. And the more things he starts to do to aid in your manifestation, what do you think that's doing? Okay. What do you think that's doing? That's over and over and over again, affirming that to you. It's confirming that to you. Okay. So when you do that, you get confirmation, and then you're like, oh, okay. So next thing I want him to do, he's going to do it faster. Then he's going to do that faster. Then he's going to do it faster, because you now have the assumption that he's the easiest for you to manifest. Ooh, Claire Works, I'm excited to talk to you, bitch. Hey, Doodles. But he literally left a day even after affirming. So what can I do? Get him back, Kaylee. Get him back. But that's the part. That's why I try to tell you guys is this is conditioning. Okay. This is so conditioning. I don't care what anybody says. This is where the discipline comes in, because manifesting them back is not, in my opinion, it's not difficult. Okay. But you've got to keep them. Okay. If you're manifesting them back, but then you go right back to the same bullshit you were doing before, you go right back to the same thoughts you had before, because, well, he's back now, job done. No, it ain't. No, it isn't. So you have to do things differently. You must do things differently. And you do that by disciplining your mind, by checking your thoughts. Okay. By checking your thoughts, not wavering, because when they come back, you may find, this is why I tell you to keep affirming, but you can just change your affirmations. Okay. Because you may easily find that, thanks, Kimberly, bitch. You may easily find that even though they're back, and now you're questioning, are they going to leave again? Are they here to stay? Like, are we good? You can't do that. You can't do that. So instead, he comes back and you're like, yes, now. He's so in love with me. He wants to marry me. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Like, me and my boyfriend have been together for a while. And I still say, We're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Okay? Like, that's just what I do. That's just what I do. Because I get what the fuck I want and I get it when I want it. Okay? So, like, an example today would be, I was on coaching calls and then I came inside and he was on the couch and I was like, are you gonna be home later? Because I was gonna go to the grocery store. And he's like, I don't know. He goes, I was thinking about going over to my cousin's to play. Well, he doesn't need to tell me why he's going to his cousins. He's like, I was thinking about going to my cousin's, but he hasn't responded yet. He's like, but if I do, I'll let you know. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, maybe we can watch movies later. I said, oh, well, maybe we can watch a movie later. And then what does he say? He says, well, I've been home for the past 2 days. I was like, if you're referring to today or yesterday as 2 days and today, I was like, okay. He's like, I've been home for the past 2 days, but you were on calls or on, he said, but you were at your happy hour. And I was like, that was fucking 3 hours. he's like, or you're live on Zoom. He's like, you'll go live. He's like, you're either going live, you're on calls, or you're on calls. He's like, and then we put on a movie. He goes, so maybe we can finish a movie because then I pass out. And so I could have been like, what the fuck does he mean by that? But instead, I didn't say shit. I tell you guys got to learn to shut the fuck up. Right? I didn't say shit. In my mind, I was like, he's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. And then what does he do? Gets his little happy ass up off the couch, walks over to me, and I told you we have this like kissing thing where he'll like lean, like on a wedding day, right? He'll pick your leg up and lean back and give you a kiss. Sure enough, that's what he does. And he's like, yeah, we'll watch a movie later. Yeah, because I don't need to react for fucking what? For what? Everything's done here. Everything is done here. And that is how it works. Job done. What do you want us to say when we send a message to the top? Oh, it doesn't matter. You could just literally be like, some people will be like shooting this shit to the top. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll check it out, Janelle. I'm answering everybody today. Hey, Chatram. Oh, also, if you've been contacted by anybody, just so you guys know, if you've been contacted by any but me in the WhatsApp community offering you coaching, please do not, for the love of God, please do not accept it. I'm dead ass serious. I did not give anybody the green light to message you. That's like the stupidest business model in the world. Let's think logically. Okay. I did not give anybody the green light to reach out to my members, tell them that I'm too busy, but that they would coach they would coach you. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. So don't take that, please. I'm dead ass serious. Okay. Because like I said, you should only work with somebody who's done it. And that person has not done it. So I think it's unqualified and unethical to teach people how to manifest their SPs back when they haven't done it themselves. That's fucking stupid. It's like, well, go manifest your SP back and holler back. Like, fucking stupid. But my bitches saw me yesterday. My admin saw me yesterday on our Zoom because you can see part of my kitchen where I was at. And my boyfriend, he was cooking all kinds of shit. Like he cooked dinner. He made me some cucumber Mexican salad that I love. Like he was bringing it over to me, all those things, pouring me some shotties, and they were like, girl, you got this man trained. I was like, yes, because he's the perfect boyfriend. Duh. SP is my boyfriend and he does anything to be with me right now. Yeah, he'll do anything to be with you right now. That's perfect, Andrea. Priya, my YouTube channel is in my bio. So you can just click the link in my bio and you'll scroll down, you'll see YouTube channel. Right there. Can I manifest to be healthy? Absolutely, Adrian. Absolutely. I think you guys should be manifesting in several areas of your life. I had astronomically high cholesterol levels and the doctors were like, you're prone to a stroke because my cholesterol levels were over 700. And I was like, I feel fine. I literally feel fine. And they're like, no, you don't get it. They're like, it's genetics. And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't care. My mom was like, Jen, you need to take this serious. And I said, for what? I'm fine. And so I just started telling myself, I'm perfectly healthy. What health issues? I'm perfectly fine. And sure enough, they wanted to monitor me. I went back 30 days later for blood to be redrawn. And when I went back in, she was like, your cholesterol levels are normal. Of course they are. Genetics. Get the fuck out of here. I don't accept shit in my reality I don't like. Right? I'm definitely not going to accept genetics as being a reason that I have high cholesterol. That's fucking stupid. Because if you blame anything on genetics, and I don't care what the doctors tell you, if they tell you it's genetic, okay? It's if you blame anything on genetics or you choose to believe them, then that's going to be your life forever. And then guess what happens? Because you believe it's genetics, guess what's going to happen if you have children? Well, guess what they're going to have? The same shit because they're in your reality, right? Your children are in your reality. And so because you think this problem is genetics, well, now all of a sudden they got the same shit. Why would you want to do that? So right now, if you've been told something is genetics and that's why you have this shit, be like, no, absolutely not. Genetics, please. I have great genetics. My genes are great. Okay. I have never had any health issues in my family. You can say that too. If you want to get over the genetic shit and be like, no, my entire family's never had any health issues. Okay. Depending upon what your health issue is, you can affirm that away, or you can simply just tell yourself that you've always been perfectly healthy. I've always been perfectly healthy. I've always been perfectly healthy, because always been perfectly healthy implies you've never had any health issues. Okay. Because your body only responds to one entity, and that is your mind. Okay. Which is why if your mind stops working, so does your body. It completely shuts down, right? Or we'd have zombies walking around this bitch. Okay. But that's not how that works. So because of that, your body is completely designed. This is science, guys. Okay. Your body is completely designed to heal itself. Everything in your body is designed to heal itself. So if you want anything, and if you have any health issues, this is for anybody that has any, I don't care how serious the doctors tell you the shit is. You have two choices. You can accept what they tell you or to reject what they tell you. I don't care how much proof they want to fucking show you. No, you can choose to completely reject it and say, not me. I don't think so. Not in my reality. I don't have any health issues at all. I'm fine. Right? You can do that, and your body will heal itself. All of a sudden that health issue goes away because the body heals itself. It's designed to heal itself. But if you keep acknowledging the problem in your body, and I don't care if you're going through pain, this is where you affirm through the pain, okay? Because if your body acknowledges, if you acknowledge the problem in your body, then it keeps it right there. In fact, it probably grows because you're feeding life into it. So instead, reject it. Reject what the doctors tell you. Unless they tell your ass that you're perfectly healthy, reject what the fuck they tell you. I would. For what? No, absolutely not. I refuse to believe that. I literally refuse to believe that. That's what you should be saying in your mind while they're over here telling you about your problem. No, I refuse to believe that. Nope, absolutely not. Not me. He made a mistake. Not me. And your body will reverse itself. There's so many case studies done on this. There's so many case studies done on this where you literally, exactly. See, Aunt beat cancer because she refused to believe that she had it. Okay. This is how it works. Thanks, Hari. This is how it works. Okay. So you can literally tell yourself anything. Your body must respond accordingly. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how serious it is. If somebody can make cancer go away because they refuse to believe it, then you can make anything go away. And that's not the only person. There's numerous case studies on this. Okay. That's what they call miracles, guys. Okay. They'll call it miracles because it's the unexplained. Yeah, of course, because they refuse to believe it. They literally refused to believe it. And they either rewrote their story or just rejected it altogether. Therefore, it went away. Which, your body is no different than your fucking 3D reality. If you refuse to believe something or you reject it, guess what's going to happen? They absolutely have healed themselves. There's a very famous NLPer. He's like, I hate calling people like the founders because he didn't found NLP. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the subconscious mind is in everybody. Okay. But, he, thank you. Thank you. He refused to, but he actually has been banned from practicing in, I think, all of Europe or something like that. He's been banned from practicing because he has helped, they even took him to court and everything to try and get his license revoked, because and so he now does Zoom calls only, because they said, they go, you've had people die from cancer. He says, what you're failing to realize is your heartbeat. I was like five. It was a very small amount of people died from cancer with working in his care. However, they refused to acknowledge the amount of people that completely eliminated their cancer, and it was like thousands and thousands of people that their cancer went away. Right. And a very small amount, it didn't. Why? Because they kept holding on to that. They kept listening to the medical professionals. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. And you can also change somebody else's story. So if you know anyone else who has health issues in your life, you can also change that too. Tell a different story, and their body will heal because they're in your reality. Okay. They're in your reality. So change their story. I'm doing that to my mom right now. Because you have to realize that a lot of times people like, and you guys do this too when it comes to SPs, is a lot of times you guys like to victimize yourselves, but not realizing how the damage that's being done from that, because you are getting something out of it. Okay. Like, so when you victimize yourself with SPs or with health issues, like the minorest thing, right? You could have like the smallest thing, like inflammation or whatever. And you start telling people that you have this, and what do people do? Who the fuck laughs when you tell them you got a problem, right? They don't. So unless they're just crazy, okay? But what they do is they get some kind of satisfaction from it, even if you're not aware of it. Even if you're not aware of it, is every time you cry to somebody, what is their response? They start to embrace you, right? To hug you, to give you attention. Same with medical issues. If you have a small medical issue and you tell somebody about it, what do? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. It's going to be all right. And you get attention from it. And so because of that, a lot of you guys will continue to victimize yourselves because you get some kind of satisfaction from it. You get sympathy, you get attention. And that's weird. So you have to break that cycle and be like, no, that's not the attention I want. Instead, I'd rather have an attention. I love you, Sade. Sade. Sade? I don't fucking know. I'm really bad at names. Unless it's like Jen. I got that name all day. But, it's, exactly. It's like, but I can't victimize myself because I get attention and sympathy for that shit. Fuck that. Instead, I'd rather be raving about myself and how I have my SP back and everything is great and all that stuff. Because then I want that attention, right? Where people are like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. This is amazing. Wouldn't you rather get that fucking attention than somebody that's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Like you're a fucking little puppy dog that people have to coddle like a child and embrace for you to settle down. No, I don't want that shit. Thanks, MKD girl. So you don't want that, okay? So like you have to take a look at what do you want more, right? And this is also a thing that you do. I think that's great, Selena. I think you should. I think you guys should be. That's a really good thing for all of you guys to do is have your affirmations, record them, right? But record your affirmations that are not just SP only, right? Who the fuck doesn't want more money? You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't want more money? And who doesn't want perfect health, right? And who doesn't want you know, their dream life, everything they've ever wanted. So you guys should be adding those affirmations in. So right now, if you have recorded affirmations, you should be like, everything is easy for me to manifest, or I'm a master manifester, or, you know, Josh is the easiest for me to manifest, right? I always get what I want, and I get it when I want it. Whatever I affirm for comes to me immediately, right? All of these things. My negative thoughts don't manifest. Y'all should be putting that shit in your affirmations. So if you have recorded affirmations right now, you're going to re-record the shit. Okay. And part of those affirmations is, I don't know how to do that shit. I don't know how to do that. How the heck do you do that? Because this can confuse everybody. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I don't know how to do that shit. Maybe if I put on captions, I don't know how to do that. But maybe if I put on captions, then it will automatically flip that shit for you. I think. I don't fucking know. You know what? I got you next time. I have no idea how to do that shit. Add a label to self user content. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. I'm getting distracted. Okay. So we definitely want to remember that. Okay. So, all of you guys that are recording affirmations and playing them while you sleep, I think it's a fantastic idea. And the reason I think that's a fantastic idea is because your subconscious mind never sleeps. Only your conscious mind does. Okay. So your subconscious mind is wide open to suggestion all night long, which is why people will do hypnosis. Okay. Because your assumptions are stored in your subconscious mind, which is why consciously you're aware of some of them, but you're not aware of all the assumptions you have until it comes up. Because therefore, but your subconscious mind knows every one of your assumptions. So if we want to rewire them, I know. We're going to figure that out, Maricel. We're going to figure that out because I think it'd be fun for everybody to have a meet and greet, right? To hang out, have some happy hour on Zoom. But make sure that when you're putting your affirmations in, yeah, like, because if you think about it this way, if you sleep even just 6 hours a night, right, and you're looping affirmations throughout the night, you're repeating the same affirmations to yourself like thousands of times while you sleep. That's fucking fantastic because they're going directly into your subconscious mind, okay, which is where they need to go. So if you have them recorded, I want you guys to re-record them. But you're going to set the rules for manifesting for you, okay? Like you should all be putting in your sleep affirmations is that my negative thoughts don't manifest. Who the hell wants their negative shit to manifest? You know, that's fucking stupid. So being like, my negative thoughts don't manifest. I always get what I want. Whatever I affirm for comes to me immediately, okay? All of those things are good for you. You know, my SP is the easiest for me to manifest. I'm a master at manifesting, right? All of those, put that in there because therefore everything becomes easy for you. Your negative thoughts are no longer manifesting. So now remember, until it's an assumption, still flip your negative ass thoughts. Okay. Still flip them. Okay. But at least start setting the rules for your manifesting because there are no rules. Neville Goddard had rules, but they were his rules. Okay. He didn't create manifestation. I think a lot of people forget that shit. Like, no, he didn't create. We're always manifesting. We're literally always manifesting. So he did not create it. So he set his own rules. So his rules do not have to be your rules. You can literally set whatever you want, right? Because if everything that we operate on is repetition, think logically. If everything you know is based on repetition, then why wouldn't you want to repeatedly tell yourself things that benefit you, right? The rules for your manifestation, because now that's an assumption and boom, everything runs very easy peasy and smooth. Okay. Now also let's talk SP. I need you guys to stop doing something. Okay. I need you guys to stop, doing a couple things. Okay. I need you guys to stop doing, oh, good for you, Dove. Good. I need you guys to stop suffocating your manifestation, okay? Because remember, I will never create assumptions in you that don't benefit you, okay? And you shouldn't create assumptions in yourself that also don't benefit you, okay? Robotic affirming is designed for the 10,000th time, robotic affirming is designed to distract your thoughts, okay? So that you're not thinking negatively all fucking day long, that you're not over here, you know, so that you're not over here, what's it called? Excuse me. So you're not thinking against what you want. Okay. So that's why we robotically affirm, to kill the dead airspace, to focus on what it is that we want instead of flipping every fucking thought as it comes up throughout your day. Okay. So it keeps your thoughts in check because you can't think negative thoughts and positive at the same damn time. Go ahead. Try. You can't do it. Okay. Which is why I also say, if you're spiraling, this is where affirming comes into play. Okay. If your thoughts are spiraling, say your affirmations out loud, because you cannot think and speak at the same time. Try. You can't do it. So therefore it's impossible for you to spiral downward negatively if your fucking thoughts are positive, right? If you're affirming out loud, then it stops the spiral. Don't worry about the emotion, okay? If you cry, so fucking what? Who cares? Like, why would you not miss your SP? Like, duh, you love this person, right? But what I don't want you to do is start telling yourself that if I don't affirm my fucking life away, shit ain't happening. How's that going to benefit you? If you're going to sit there and tell yourself consistently that, well, I have to affirm all day long. No, you don't. You don't. Okay, you didn't have to affirm all day long and everything else, did you? No, you didn't, right? So you don't have to. We don't want to create that assumption in you, because then that's going to be, remember, whatever you assume is going to be true for you. So if you assume that you have to affirm, 24 hours a day, or your SP is not going to conform, guess what? Your SP is not going to conform. Because you've set that assumption that if I don't affirm my life away, that's why he's not here. Don't do that. Okay. We need to get really good at stopping explaining things that we don't like. Okay. We have to stop justifying shit to our mind. Okay. So let's say you've been, affirming for a week and you haven't seen any movement. The last thing you should be telling yourself is, well, that's because I haven't had time to affirm. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Because now that's connecting that assumption. That's creating a whole new shitstorm, and we don't want that. Because who the hell wants to have to affirm their life away so that they can get their shit? I don't want to. So I'm not going to create that assumption. So we got to work on what we're assuming. Okay. Good, Selena. Here's what you can start telling yourself. That you have a great self-concept. Okay. Self-concept, people read too into it. Okay. Self-concept, people read too into, where they think, oh, I have to affirm for self-concept. Here's the only thing you have to do if you want better self-concept, here's all you have to do. Tell yourself, I have great self-concept. I have great self-concept. Like, literally have the best self-concept in the world. Whatever you want to tell yourself, just tell yourself the opposite. Because for you saying you need to work on self-concept implies exactly that you don't have good self-concept. Because why would you have to work on something that you already have, right? So we don't want that. So instead of telling yourselves this, tell yourself the opposite. I have great self-concept. In fact, my self-concept is fucking top notch. I have the best concept ever. I have the best self-concept ever. Like, I have perfect self-concept. Your subconscious mind knows what that is for you, okay? It knows what it is for you because you're telling yourself the fucking opposite all day long, right? Like, I don't feel chosen. That is the fucking stupidest one I've heard on coaching calls. I just don't feel chosen. Okay, well, have you never been, you're obviously manifesting your SP back, which implies you had an SP, right? And I'm willing to bank on the fact that this isn't your only SP you've ever had. So what do you mean you don't feel chosen? You've been chosen numerous times. Numerous fucking times. Every time you got in a relationship, every time you were talking to somebody, guess what you were? Chosen. Okay, if you're on a dating app, every fucking message that comes through that dating app, guess what you've been? chosen. Literally. I mean, I don't even go on, well, I don't go on dating apps anymore. But even when I did, I like had to mute that shit because people were like, ping, 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 ping. You have 55 likes, interest. You matched with this amount of people. Of course I did. Of course I did. Because I've been chosen that many times. See what I'm saying? So you guys are, but it's so easy for you guys to justify stupid shit. And that's not helping you. It is not helping you to justify things that you think are wrong with you. There's nothing fucking wrong with you. Any coach out there that is trying to make it sound like there's something fucking wrong with you or your self-concept, tell them to go fuck themselves. Tell me I got a problem with my self-concept. Fuck you. You ain't got shit wrong with me. You got something wrong with you, clearly. Not me. I'm perfect. I don't give a fuck if people don't like me. Do you think I give a shit if somebody doesn't like me? No, I don't. I don't. And do you think I'm ever going to let anybody try to tell me about myself? No. They try. They can try all the live long day. They can try all they want. No. You're not going to fucking tell me who the fuck I am. You're not going to make me feel any less than. Never. Never. So I don't care who you talk to. If anyone tells you that you have a self-concept problem, fuck them. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're perfectly fine. You're perfect. So this is part of the problem with society, is everyone wants to tell you about your self-concept. Go fuck yourself. In fact, if you feel like you need to keep telling somebody that they have a crappy self-concept, what do you think that says about your self-concept? That's how you have to look at it. Like, did he just tell me about my self-concept? Clearly he has low self-concept, because you should not be putting that into people, right? Just like you should not listen to somebody, because I told you guys a million times, I will never create assumptions in you that do not benefit you ever. None of my content is ever designed to do any of that, because it's fucked up and it's rude. And how is that a good coach? How is it a good coach to tell you that if you don't work with them, that your shit ain't coming? Oh, well, you're never going to manifest your SP back if you don't work with me. That's fucking stupid. That is so stupid. And it tells me all I need to know. Okay? Bullying you, harassing you for your business tells me all I need to know. Good coaches don't have to they don't have to chase people down. They don't have to harass them every day asking, hey, you ready to sign up for coaching? You ready to sign up for coaching? They don't need to do that. I never hard sell you guys on coaching ever in life, do I? No. Have I ever reached out to any of you in the WhatsApp community and asked you if you wanted to do one-on-one coaching with me? No. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. I don't have to do any of that shit. So I strongly suggest you guys realize that when people want to manifest their SPs back, you guys are vulnerable. Girl, I have no idea what level my fucking hair is bleached to. I have no idea. I bought the wrong one. That's how much I have no idea. I bought the wrong one online. Usually I go in person, but I didn't do that. But I kind of like it because it's like not as white at the top. I don't know. But I would not go back to the Coke. Are you talking about like the drug? I would suggest no. I would never tell you. Yeah, you should know. No. Okay. And that's what you guys have to realize, okay, is when you're and this is normal, when you're manifesting your SP back, it's, when you manifest your SP back, people know you're vulnerable, okay? People in the spirituality community, they know this, okay? Which is why psychics, tarot card readers, and other fucking bullshit coaches take advantage of that. They take advantage of that. They prey on your vulnerability. They try to get you to think that everything you're doing is fucking wrong, and that you need them, or you can't manifest, or you can't get shit. That's the dumbest advice I've ever heard in my life. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay, because it's not true. Anybody that tries to take your power away from you doesn't know what they're doing. That they don't know what they're talking about. Because you're what manifests. It's your innate nature. to manifest. So if anybody tries to take your power away and make you sound like you can't do that shit on your own, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Yes, you can. And I've seen people do that. I've been forwarded messages where they said, if you don't work with me, you're never going to get your shit. I was like, huh? Like, unfollow that person, please. Unfollow them, because they clearly don't know what they're talking about. Okay? Yeah, that, and they, again, Sakura, that person definitely doesn't know what they're talking about, because you can take aligned action, but keyword is aligned action. Okay, if you cannot just force the 3D, that shit doesn't work ever. It never works in any area of your life that you're trying to manifest. Okay, so it's like business success, same thing. If all you had to do was take action, then we would have no struggling entrepreneurs. Every entrepreneur would be rich if all you had to do was take action. Because the last time I checked, a lot of entrepreneurs work a lot. They work a lot, like 10 to 12 hours a day on their business. And when I coach business clients, because I coach over 900 business clients in a group setting, of course. But one thing I've noticed with them is that I tell them that I said, you can work all day long in your business. You can work all fucking day long on your business and still be broke at the end of the day. Because it isn't about working hard. It isn't about working hard on your business. It's because if that's all it took, then everyone would have a thriving business. But that's not what it takes. What it takes is you have to, in your mind, you have to see yourself as a successful entrepreneur. You have to create that assumption within yourself that I am a successful entrepreneur. I am rich. I do have a thriving business. Then whatever work you do, aligned action, now starts to produce the results that you want. Does that make sense? So same thing with SP. I tell you guys, don't force the 3D. Do not force the 3D because it backfires every time. The only way I would recommend taking aligned action is if you can answer. I tell you guys, if I was to tell you to text your SP right now, do you know how they would respond? Do you know if they would respond? And do you know how they would respond? If the answer to that is no, then don't take action, because you're not going to get the response that you're looking for. Plus, if you're not viewing them and knowing that they're your perfect boyfriend or girlfriend, you're, again, not going to get the response you're looking for. Okay, so instead, that's why I say have them contact you. However, if you do say yes to those questions, like, yeah, no, I do know that if I text him, he'll respond. And yeah, and I know he'd respond nicely. Well, then text him. You know, I was on a call earlier today. She was cleaning up. She's doing everything I told her to do, and she's getting movement, guys, a lot. And with her husband, and she laughed because she was cleaning underneath the bed. And underneath the bed, she ran it, and she said he's like a late night snacker all the time. And so underneath the bed, she found like 45 Mountain Dew bottles and like a shit ton of like wrappers from his snacks. and then he always says he always used to say he can't find his socks. And she also found about 45 pairs of socks underneath that bed. And so I told her, I said, girl, I said, I would have taken the picture. I would have taken that picture, and I would have taken a picture of that, and I would have sent it to your husband and said, I found your socks. That's a joke. And she's like, but you said not to message him. I said, no. If you know that he would respond, I would have totally sent that as a total joke. So she's like, I'm going to go get it out the trash and I'm going to recreate it and then send it to him. I said, I think, why wouldn't he find that shit funny? Like, why wouldn't he find it funny? Just be like, found your socks with a laughing face. Like, just keep it casual, right? And because now he would laugh back, right? So that's what I think. Oh, good for you, bitch. Yeah, so you and your SP watched a movie together. Good. Assign positive meaning to that. You're still not back together. We will stop saying that shit. Okay. But here's what I want you to do, is when he comes over, I want you to, whenever you see him, I want you to start assuming a relationship. Like, tell yourself that we're great. He's the perfect boyfriend. We have the best relationship. Tell yourself that. and assume relationship. Because the minute you assume relationship, so will he. So will he. But if you keep focusing on you're not together, well, guess what? You're not going to be together. And who the fuck wants that? I want you to have movie night every night, you know? And so persist in that, okay? Persist in that. And if the contacts aren't consistent, persist in it. No, he's always calling and texting me. In fact, he's texting me right now. He's contacting me right now. Right? I tell you guys that everything should be a sign for you, right? Like you assign meaning to everything, okay? So like, let's say you want to assign, and you can assign whatever meaning you want, okay? I was thinking about this today, and I think all of you should assign something a meaning of he's contacting me right now, okay? So like, let's say butterflies, okay? It's like every time you see a butterfly, you're like, just laugh to yourself. I do this. I still do this to this day. But laugh at yourself and be like, oh, he's contacting me right now. Oh, he's contacting me right now, right? And you see another butterfly. Oh, man, that man is contacting me right now. You're going to get contact because everything's a fucking sign that either he's thinking about you. Of course, look at him trying to get my attention. He's constantly thinking about me. And then another sign for something else is, oh, he's contacting me right now, right? So therefore you get contact, okay? Because you're literally affirming that throughout your day and assigning the meaning that you want to everything, okay? I get so anxious when my phone rings, texts, or calls my heartbeat, hoping it's him. Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say anxious, okay? I hate the word anxious. Instead, I would be like, I get excited. I get excited because I just know it's him, right? Like, because he's going to contact you the second you expect him to. Okay, literally the second you expect him to contact you, he has to. He'll do it on the spot. Okay, this is not a long, again, with the not giving you assumptions that don't benefit you. This is not something that this is not something that takes a long ass time. It happens instantly, literally instantly on the spot. The second you tell yourself that, the second you actually believe that and expect it, right? And so that tells me that you're not persisting, and you're not seeing him as the perfect boyfriend for you. Because if you're seeing him as the perfect version for you, why wouldn't he text you? Okay, so this is not. I don't want you guys to. I tell you guys to affirm that he's the perfect boyfriend if you're thinking about him outside of being that. But what would it hurt? What would it hurt? Ask yourself this. What would it hurt if for a day, just for one day, I only saw him as the perfect boyfriend? What if only for one day? And let's be honest. I think if you say, well, I can't, I waver for that. I honestly think that's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Okay. I would understand that a little bit more if you were in constant contact. And you literally had to see this person all the time. Like, because you were in constant contact and you guys were talking and he was being an asshole. Then I would understand where you're having a hard time doing that. But if you're not in contact right now, what on earth would it fucking hurt if just for one day you saw him as the perfect boyfriend? You only thought of him as your perfect boyfriend. What the fuck would hurt? You don't have anything. Because you guys don't have anything that's showing you otherwise. The only thing you have that's showing you otherwise is this shit. That's it. That's the only proof you have that shows you otherwise. Which that's not even proof. It's shit you're making up in your fucking head. It's shit you're holding on to in your fucking head. But what would happen if you're in no contact that you just said, you know what? I'm going to go down memory lane and I'm just going to remember the man he was. The man that I love. And I'm just going to, for a day, hold on to that. Hold on to that version of him just for a day. And then when the day passes, I'm going to do it just for another day. You don't have anything to show you otherwise. Okay? So it wouldn't hurt for you just to do it for a day, right? Think about when, well, I was going to say you, but never mind. Think about people who detox off of drugs. They just have to get through the first 24 hours. Depending on the drug, maybe 48 hours. They just have to get through that initial hurdle. And the second they do that, they're totally fine. They detoxed. Now they're totally fine. Okay? So same with you is if you would just challenge yourself that I'm just going to do this for a day. I'm only going to persist in perfect boyfriend. I'm just going to see him only as that version, the version that I love. And then I'm going to do the photo method. What's the worst that could happen? The guy texts you? Let's just think logically here. Okay? Like, how's that going to hurt you? That's going to help you. Condition yourself to have that just be natural for you now is to see him only in that way. And then he continues to do the things that you want him to do because it's become natural for you to expect that from him because that's how I see him now. Just for one day. Okay. I want you guys to challenge yourself just for a day. I'm only going to think of him as the perfect boyfriend. I'm only going to see him as the perfect boyfriend. And if I want to go down memory fucking lane, I'm only going to go to the memory of when everything was perfect. I don't forget the breakup, forget all that shit. I'm only going to persist in the memories that benefit me. Okay? I'm going to recall, pick a time. Pick something that you did, right? Like, thanks, baby bitch. Okay, so like there's a one of my clients, that's what she does. She'll like think about her wedding day. She'll just think about her wedding day. And she'll replay that moment in her mind. Yeah, that's the only fucking memory lane you guys should be going down. Instead of all the heartbreak and drama and all that stupid shit. How's that working out for you? You know, when you guys think about nothing but that crap, you know what happens? You keep it right there. You keep it right there. Hey, mama. Okay, you can't do that. Okay, you can't do that. Why is it so easy for you? Who the fuck wants to sit there all day long and go down? Like, let's just think realistically. Who the hell wants to sit there all day long and just go down memory lane for all the bad shit? Who wants to do that? Think logically here. Okay, realistically. If I'm going to go down memory lane, wouldn't you want to go down memory lane of all the good shit? Of all the good memories you have with him or her? I mean, that's what I would choose to do because it's not making you feel good by doing the other shit. Danielle, I don't even know how to say this shit because I don't speak Italiano, but I put them on YouTube and YouTube translates it for you. Okay. Mama, no one, you're in the wrong chat, honey bunny, because no one in this live believes in spellcasters. So, at least not in my lives. Sorry. Like, they don't believe in spellcasters. Hopefully you all have learned some shit by now and none of you fucking messaged her. Okay? Okay. And that's I don't understand who teaches that business model. She needs to hit me up for some business coaching. I'll help her ass out. Okay. Angelina, what if your partner has psychosis? Stop acknowledging psychosis. Okay. No, he has great mental health. He literally has great mental health. Like there is nothing wrong with him. Okay. You have to change that because, you'll heal him as well. Okay. His psychosis, because he's in your reality, will go away because you're telling a different story. You have to tell a different story. Okay. You literally have to tell a different story. Well, you are, okay, so kitty cat, you're affirming to convince yourself, like you're affirming to create the assumption, right? That's what you're doing, to create the assumption. That's what affirming is for, and to stay and to keep your mind focused, okay? Because either way, every thought you have is an affirmation. So you're affirming all day long, whether you want to or not, okay? So we have naturally want to affirm for what it is we want instead of affirming for all the bad shit. And you can tell if you're in an expecting mindset because you would so pay attention to your language. Okay. Pay attention to your language and ask yourself, what are things that you just know? right? Because there's a lot of times when I'll be on coaching calls and they'll be like, I just know this. I just know that. I just know this. Like, it's just something I know. Of course. And then it manifests because it's just something that you know. Okay. So, like, again, if I was to ask you to contact your SP right now, do you know if he would, how does that make you feel first and foremost? Do you know if he would respond? And do you know how they would respond? If the answer to that is no, then you're not expecting perfect boyfriend. Okay. And that's what kills me a lot of times with you guys is that you guys will go down memory fucking lane and cherry pick all the bad shit out and then let all the good memories just ride on through. Just ride on through. That's just fucking stupid. Instead, the only time you should be going down memory lane is if you want to think about all the good shit, all the good times you've had. That's the only time you should be going down memory lane. Okay, and to remember because here's the thing, and it may trigger an emotion, and that's okay. That's okay. Okay, but if you went down memory lane and you thought about the past, but you only thought about the good shit, don't you think it would be a lot easier for you to expect perfect boyfriend if all you did was think about the good shit? Right? Role play that shit in your mind. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you do it all day long. What do I care for? Do it all day long and you just like immerse yourself in just thinking about all the good times you had. Well, it very much may trigger an emotion, but honestly, it's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel better, first of all. And second of all, it's going to put you in a different state. It's going to shift that state into what you want. Perfect boyfriend, perfect relationship. Instead of, he's an asshole and we have the worst relationship. How's that going to help you? That's not going to help you. Okay, that doesn't help you. So we have to shift from that, okay? Because when you shift from that, then shit changes. It does. Okay, so that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go down memory lane, and I only want you to I want you to go to your old story, and I want you to only think about the good shit. Only think about only the good memories, because it will help you stay in the perfect boyfriend mode. And seeing him that way. And then guess what you're going to get? I appreciate you too, Angelina. Then guess what you're going to get? More perfect boyfriend behavior. Because right now, you're not. So, we don't want that shit. We don't want that shit. That's all I would think about. When I would think about him, whenever I would be sitting there, I would think about him. I would always think about the good shit we did. Like the laughing and how perfect we were together. That's all I would think about. I mean, we didn't have like bad times, but I don't even know what we've ever argued about or had a disagreement on. I told you, I'm pretty sure it was me not minding my own business at the pool because I'm nosy. and I love to listen to other people's drama. I don't like my drama. I don't like having drama in my own life, but I love to watch other people's drama. And then the coach in me always tries to fucking help everybody. And my boyfriend's always like, mind your own damn business. Like, leave people. I'm like, I can't. It's just who I am. Right? But I wouldn't sit there and think about that shit all day long. No, instead, you should only be thinking about the good shit. I mean, for me, that seems like common sense. But for you, that shit ain't common sense. Because it's like you have to force yourself to think about the good memories, but the bad shit, that's easy. That's so easy. You need to stop. You need to erase those from your mind. Okay? Seriously. Erase that shit from your mind. Okay, I told you guys, if you guys are a visualizer, I put this in part of a hypnosis reporting I made. Okay? If you're a visualizer, then here's what I want. If you can't drop that shit, here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine yourself sitting, and in front of you, there's a movie screen. Fuck it, your TV. Okay, you're sitting on your couch, and your TV is right in front of you. And on that TV are you and your SP. Breaking up. Go ahead. I'll give you permission to relive the breakup for a hot second. Not now, but later. Do this later, okay? Is go on the movie screen. You see it. You're sitting on your couch. There's a TV in front of you, and you're seeing the breakup happening. Now imagine yourself picking up your remote and pressing delete. And as you press delete, you notice that the scene starts to fade away and starts to turn white. And now your TV is just a white screen. Job done. Do this every day if you have. I don't give a shit. Do this every fucking day if you have to. Because what it's going to do is it's going to revise the breakup. You're deleting it. No old story anymore. Fuck, that didn't happen. What breakup? I deleted it. Delete. 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 Delete, delete, delete. That's all you gotta do. Okay? So if you're a visualizer, I strongly suggest you do that, especially if you can't drop the shit. Like, I told you, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It makes more sense to me if somebody comes to me and is like, my boyfriend just broke up with me 2 days ago. Or hell, a week ago. Okay. Hell, I'll give you 30 days. If your boyfriend broke up with you 30 days ago, okay, maybe I'm a little more understanding of why you are replaying that shit and why you can't let it go. But a lot of you have not been in contact with your SP for a while, so that I don't understand. That I don't fucking understand at all. Where you're like, let me just replay the breakup for the rest of my life. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I never wanted to think about that shit again. Ever did I want to think about that shit again. So a couple days, yeah. It's hard for you not to, right? Because it's fresh. And then to cry, yeah, I cried for a couple fucking weeks. And then I picked my fucking ass up. I didn't say I was like happy-go-lucky, because I wasn't. It bothered me. But you know what? I picked my shit up and I said, okay, it's time to fix this shit. It's time to fix this shit. And then guess what? I fixed it. It's like, you can't do that. Like, I just don't fucking get it. I really hope some of you are questioning this advice. Much of it has been dangerously delusional. Okay, well, Samuel Speaks, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, because I've done it. So, and what the fuck is dangerously delusional? That is the stupidest thing I've ever. Man, some of these I'm like, no, let them ride for a little bit. Fucking let them ride for a little bit. Duh, of course. And what is dangerously delusional? How are you dangerously delusional? You sound fucking stupid and ignorant. Okay? No one questions my advice. What the fuck is wrong with people? Exactly, Bailey, right? Like, fucking stupid. Like, it sounds dangerously delusional. That's a good thing. That's a fucking good thing. Fucking stupid. Like, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? No one questions my advice. What are you talking about? I don't give advice. I don't make shit up. I don't parrot shit from other people's videos like I know some people do. I know some people do that very, very well. They'll watch a video and then fucking press the record button and then basically just parrot what the fuck they were saying. Like, that's scammy. So, I don't have to do that shit. Exactly, Erica, right? That's where it's like, some people need to get a grip. They need to really get a grip, because it's like, that's exactly what you're supposed to be, delusional. Hey, Eric. Torrance, like Torrance, California? You're close by, my friend. You're close by. I'm in Orange County. I know he's talking about Torrance, California. At least I'm pretty sure he is. That's where people have to think before they speak. There's a whole lot of fucking comment thugs out there, which I think is fucking hilarious, to be quite honest. Because I'm like, if I don't agree with somebody's shit, you know what I do? Scroll to the next. Scroll to the next. Click out their video. It's literally all I do. I have never in life, ever once, have I thought about commenting on someone's video saying I don't agree. I've never once thought about that. Because who in the fuck has time for that shit? I don't really give a shit. So I don't care about it enough to even care. Like, so people crack me up. People crack me up because they're fucking stupid. Ignorant is what they are. Ignorant. And I think it's hilarious about somebody saying, I hope you don't take her advice. What was I talking about? Going down memory lane and reviewing your old story and focusing on the positive memories. God, that sounds terrible. That fucking sounds awful. Oh man, I have fun with people on here because I think they're fucking stupid. None of you, of course. None of you, of course. But my advice works. So when they can show me a case study, when they can show me a testimonial, then maybe I'd entertain them a little bit more, but probably not. But the amount of testimonials I have, they're not fucking with me. They're nowhere on my level. That I will tell you. So there's that. And remember, you can manifest the good and the bad. Remember that. So don't come for me. Don't come for me. Because I'm very good at what I do. And do I have to remind everybody that I'm petty as fuck? So if you want to play the petty game, I play to win. There's a difference. Oh, I'll play the petty game better, and I play to win. I'm a Libra. I'm competitive. That's the only thing I listen to about horoscopes. That's literally the only thing I listen to about horoscopes is my characteristic traits. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I miss my wife. She was all I ever had. Only trying to find someone. Scott, is your wife alive? Like, and I mean that seriously, because I'm asking, because why find someone new if you can have your wife back? You know what I mean? So if she is alive, then why not? Let's manifest her ass back. Let's manifest her back. Now, if she's not, then why don't you go ahead and make a list of all the qualities you want in someone to love. Make a list of all the qualities, everything that you want them to be for you, everything you want them to do for you, how you want them to treat you, all that stuff. And read it to yourself every day. Read it to yourself every day. And tell yourself, affirm, I've met my perfect girlfriend. I've met my perfect girlfriend. I've met my perfect girlfriend. And you will. And the person that comes into your life will check all those boxes. They will. Okay. I love petty too, bitch. I love petty too. You know, I'm starting to think that there's like, oh, okay. Okay. So do exactly what I told you to do when it comes to finding somebody new. Okay. Finding somebody new. Write it all down. Script it all out for you. Read that shit to yourself. And then affirm to yourself that you've found your perfect person. Okay. You've met your perfect girlfriend. And you will. And she'll check all those boxes. Okay. And it'll be funny when you meet somebody, but be open. Okay. Be open, because what's going to happen is you have to go with the flow on this one. Okay. Is you may find that you all of a sudden are inclined to talk to a specific person, even if it's not what it appears at first, right? So like, let's say that you write all the qualities you want down, you're telling yourself that you met the perfect girlfriend, and then all of a sudden somebody from your past just reaches out, like somebody from high school or whatever, reaches out. Go with it. Go with it. The minute I decided I wanted something different and who I wanted, I had known my boyfriend. He worked in the complex. Like, he had been to my unit like several times. And I never gave him the time of day until I was like, I want something new. And then all of a sudden he came out to the pool looking pasty as fuck, like he ain't never been in the sun a day in his life. And he had a farmer's tan, excuse me, where, you know, they're white as fuck here, but they have like, they look like they look like they're wearing a t-shirt without the t-shirt on and socks without the slacks on. Yeah, that was him. And so he came out and he was all dramatic. It was me and another girl at the pool, and he was all dramatic. He went and grabbed a chair, and instead of laying on a chair, he like moved it all the way to the middle. And I was like, the fuck? But then right away I messaged my neighbor, I messaged my bestie, and I was like, dude, bitch, I was like, the maintenance guy's hot. Because he wasn't in uniform. He was wearing his nerdy ass hat. And I was like, damn, he's hot. And my girlfriend at the time was like, bitch, don't do it. Knock that shit off. Because I told you, I've had a couple of pool moments here. And so she was like, don't do it. I was like, so I was just sitting there, and I told him something. I said, oh, you're off work today? Well, now he saw his opportunity. So he came and started talking to me. And then he gave me his phone number. And then I didn't call him. I didn't text him. But then I would call him randomly, or I would text him if I needed something. Like, hey, can you open up the pool? Like, hey, can you tell these people with their fucking music to shut the hell up? Because I'm trying to listen to my damn music on my speaker, and I don't know who they think this is. I don't know what they think this is. This may be a community pool, but everybody at this pool knows that this is my goddamn pool. Used to be. Now I don't go to the pool anymore because I got what I wanted. Don't need to go anymore. And so he would come down like a security guard, and he would tell him, hey, you need to turn that shit down, like, and things like that. I did it like twice. And then the third time I was like, hey, is there any way that you can, so I don't remember. There was an incident at the pool, and he's like, I'm busy right now. And I was like, ooh, that sounds like a little bit of an attitude. I was like, shit. I was like, that's probably because he thinks I'm using him. So I started having regular conversation with him, and the rest is history. Oh, man. Manifest her back to life. Well, my mind went to one of those like movies where like all of a sudden this arm comes out of the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but if that fucking happens, it'd be dope, right? Plus, what if she's cremated? You know what I'm saying? What if a relationship been over since 2018 and they married the person they cheated with? It doesn't matter, Julie. People are getting divorces every day. People get divorces every day. So, doesn't mean anything. Manifesting gutter trash to the dumpster they crawled out of works regardless of the situation. It always works regardless of the situation. Okay, because marriage is. But if you view marriage as an obstacle, then you will be right. It keeps it in place, right? But if you didn't acknowledge that and just focused on what you wanted, it doesn't matter. Queen, my sign is a Libra. Can I use a crystal to manifest? Eric, you can use a crystal to manifest, sure. But here's the thing: you have to. Everything's an assumption, okay? I think crystals look pretty, but I don't think they do shit. Okay? Because I mean, I have lots of them. Don't get me wrong. I have lots of them because I bought into that whole thing, right? Like crystals. You need to have this crystal, and this crystal means this. And then if you want money, then you need this set of crystals because it means this, and prosperity and health, and fucking negative energy is the black crystal, and you know, quartz is this, like all that shit. The sage, all that crap. I bought into all of that stuff, right? I still have like 4 sage sticks. But I do because I like it the way it smells. But I didn't get shit. And I had like 55 crystals, and I would do all the things. I would charge them outside for the full moon. I would go out and I'd set up my crystals, and I'd put them in a way where I ensured that it would get maximum daylight exposure. You know, a maximum moon light exposure, excuse me. And I put my glass of water out there so I can recharge the water. and then drink it. And then I'd light a candle that night and I would focus intently on, what I wanted. That should never came. It never came. Okay. So you can use a crystal to manifest, but what you need to start doing, and this is for anyone that wants to use crystals, is you need to create the assumption that it works. Okay. You can't watch a video where somebody's like, yeah, use crystals. And you're like, okay, well, she said use crystals. So shit. Okay. Like you have to believe that it works. Okay. That the crystal is going to help you in your manifestation. If not, then you're just wasting time. Right. Because you didn't have to use a crystal to manifest a breakup. You didn't have to use a crystal to manifest anything at all. But you've been manifesting your whole life. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're doing it that. Do you believe it's on? Yes, everything's in the mind. Proto, everything is in the mind. Okay. I don't like to manifest contact from SPs because it feels like I'm either avoiding my phone or checking. That's fine. That's fine. You have to know, I don't know your name. You said I don't like to manifest contact from SPs because it feels like I'm either avoiding my phone or cheating. That's fine. Or checking. That's fine. You don't have to, okay? You don't have to. If you want to change that though, then what you need to do is just move to the step beyond that. Like he'll do anything to be with me. Like he's constantly trying to get my attention. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay, move to that. Because then once that assumption is created, then he's going to text you, he's going to contact you, he's going to do all that stuff. I always recommend manifesting in steps because it keeps people going and it's a lot easier to expect contact. But here's the thing, if you can't expect contact, how on earth can you expect them to want to be with you? You know what I mean? So, and I don't think, okay, we're going to do the photo method in a second. Yes, I do believe it's just Nina. I do believe in robotic affirming. But I stand by it. But the only reason why robotic affirming works is because you're not giving things another option to get in here. Okay, so it's not the robotic affirming that's working. It is that you are consistently telling yourself what you want and not allowing your mind to free roam to what you don't want, right? Negative thoughts. So because of that, robotic affirming works quickly because it fills the dead airspace. Okay, it keeps you focused. You can't affirm and think about how he's not contacting you at the same damn time. That's not how that works, right? And so, and back to checking the phone. Okay. Let's be realistic here. Okay. Let's think logically because I always bring logic into manifestation because it has to make sense. Okay. You have to think, okay, logically, from a logical perspective, if I'm checking my phone, who gives a shit? Who cares? Who cares if you're checking your phone because you don't want to miss a text from your SP, right? Or you want to see if he texts you. Who cares? It's not the act of checking, right? It's not the act of checking the 3D either. It's not the act of you checking their social media. That's not, who cares? None of that matters but it's the thoughts that are created around that. That's what's manifesting. It isn't the checking because your subconscious mind doesn't have eyes. Okay. It doesn't have eyes. So look at this, right? Exactly. Checking is anticipation. So look at it. Good. Keep going, bitch. Keep going. Keep going. Persist. And use the major progress as motivation that he does whatever the fuck you want him to do. You know what I mean? But that's where you have to realize is the checking is not wrong. It's the thoughts connected to it. So what would happen if you did this, right? So like, it's all about leveraging the law once you know how it works, right? So, and that's what I teach is how to leverage. So what would happen if you checked your phone and every time you checked your phone, instead of telling yourself, damn, no text. Dang, he still hasn't contacted me. Instead of doing that, what if every time you checked your phone, you were like, I just got a text from my SP. He literally just texted me. What would happen then? Because your subconscious mind only has one, your subconscious mind only has one, what's it called? Your subconscious mind only has one job, and that is to prove you right. Okay, that is to prove you right. So so you have to ask yourself, what do I want to be proven right about? Do I want to check and be proven right that there's gutter trash, or that he's ignoring me, he hasn't texted me, he's not talking to me? Or do I want my subconscious mind to prove me right on, damn, look at that shit, he's blowing my phone up. He literally texted me. He literally just texted me. Because your subconscious mind has to prove you right. So what do you want it to prove you right about? Do you want it? Because so that's what I would do, is to check on, is to control the 3D in your mind, guys. Control it in your mind. Okay? No, Diamond, you don't need to use it all the time. Okay? I just use it to get him to do whatever I want him to do, whenever I want him to do it. Oh yeah, gutter trash would be some bitch. I like that. Or is it just some bitch? Yeah, it's just some bitch. I don't know, whatever girl you're referring to, because I know it ain't me, bitch. You need to unfollow her and stop watching her videos. Okay, because here's the thing. Affirming is a thought. That's all it is. So you're affirming all fucking day long. You're affirming 60 to 80,000 times a day, whether you're consciously affirming or you're not. Every affirmation, every thought is an affirmation. So that's fucking dumb. That is dumb. Like, for them to say that if you're affirming, this is where we have to ask ourselves, does that make any sense to me? No, it does not make any sense, because affirmations are a thought. So if you're thinking and affirming for what you want, how is that aware that you don't have it? Everything is a thought. Every thought is an affirmation. So that's not the case. That's not the case at all. In fact, that is assuming you do have it. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. It will manifest because you're thinking that you have it, because you're telling yourself that he's doing something. That's fucking stupid. That makes no sense at all. That makes zero sense. God, who is she? Because I want to go watch her video and be a comment thug and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is this trash ass advice that you're giving people? Because that shit is fucking stupid. That tells me all I need to know, okay? You guys watch these videos and, like, literally, you got to be like, okay, if my thoughts are affirmations, because that's what they are, and if I'm affirming for what I want, why wouldn't that manifest it as you're aware that you don't have it? That's actually the opposite, okay? Thanks, MKD. If you are saying, he's always calling and texting me, isn't that implying that you have it, right? How's that making you aware that you don't have it, right? Because think about it this way. When you're in a relationship with your SP, right? Let's bring logic into this, okay? When you're in a relationship with your SP, do you not think about him throughout the day? That's fucking dumb, right? You would think about him throughout the day, right? Well, does that mean that you don't have, does that mean that you're not in a relationship with your SP because you thought happy thoughts about him today? That's fucking stupid. No. That's not what that means. Like, that makes zero damn sense in any sense of that word. That makes no sense at all. And that's what you have to remember. It makes no sense. Okay. And so that's where, no, stop listening to that. She said you can repeat it 1,000 times, but don't aware of it, and it won't manifest. I strongly suggest you unfollow that bitch, because she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about in any sense of that word. Do you see what kind of bullshit people buy into? Do you see here what kind of bullshit people buy into? I only give realistic advice, and that is not realistic advice. So don't create that assumption. So this is why you guys need to be careful what you're out here consuming. Okay, you need to be careful what you're out here consuming, because if you're consuming content and you believe even a fraction of what they tell you, do you know what you just did to yourself? You now created an assumption that doesn't benefit you. I tell you guys, the only, whether it's from me or any other content creator, you should only create beliefs and assumptions, accept them if it benefits you. If what they're saying doesn't fucking benefit you, then be like, this bitch is batshit ass crazy. Unfollow. I'm not listening to that shit. Because why on earth would I want to believe or choose to believe that if I don't, that if I think about something 1,000 times, that it's not going to manifest? That sounds so stupid. That sounds so dumb. Okay. So how's that going to help you? That's not going to help you. Okay. That's not going to help your manifestation journey. So why on earth would you want that? Okay. So I don't ever, from this point forward, all of you are only going to choose to accept information that benefits you. That does not benefit you, don't listen to them. Do not. Be like, well, that sounds limiting. So yeah, so don't do it. Fuck them. Fuck whatever that person said. Jesus Christ. I hope she has 0 followers. Well, I know she has 1, you bitch, but now you're going to go unfollow her. I love you organically. Okay, you guys got to stop. Oh, somebody said, how would I manifest nasty? Oh, nasty. I'm a nasty girl. That's all I know. You can manifest a new job. It depends on, hey, Matthew. It depends on what kind of job you want. Okay. It depends on what kind of job you want to have. Okay. So if you have a kind of job in mind, all you have to literally do is tell yourself, like, I just got my dream job. I literally just got my dream job. I got my dream job. I got my dream job. Right. Thanks, Jennifer. I love the name, bitch. Hey, Sophia. Right. So if you tell yourself, I just got my dream job, then you got your dream job. Right. It'll show up. If you just want to make more money, it's like, dude, I just got the best job ever. Like, you can tell yourself whatever you want when it comes to a job, but you have to stay consistent that way. Okay. You have to consistently tell yourself that. Okay. So it's what you have to remember. Whatever you tell yourself is going to be true for you, but you can't react to turnarounds. Okay. Is because you're not in control of the house. So whatever has to happen for you to get what you want is exactly what's going to happen. Okay. I prefer personally to do things from, an ethical standpoint, because I don't believe in karma. I told you guys this. I don't believe in karma. But I do believe that, if you do things right, then good things happen. I don't believe in karma, because I think that that's limiting, and I don't want to think that the bad things happen to me. But I do believe that if you do things ethically, then good things happen to you, versus if you do things unethically. You know what I mean? So, what happens when affirming your mind wanders? Okay, Sophia. So if you're affirming and your mind wanders, if you're it depends on what it's wandering to. Hey, Papa. Okay, it depends on what it's wandering to. So if your mind wanders, okay, so you're affirming and then all of a sudden you're thinking about what you want to eat for dinner tonight. Don't worry about it. That's not a big deal. Okay, but if you're affirming and then your mind wanders to, oh my God, he hasn't texted me. We're not talking. He hates me. Well, then that's when you're going to stop affirming in your mind and start affirming out loud. Okay. Because your mind can't wander off and think a thought if you're speaking. Okay. When you talk, you're not thinking. Okay. You have to stop talking so you can think. Okay. So, because of that, that's where, that's what I would recommend. So it depends. If your mind is wandering, though, just about like how your day is going. Hey, Kibo, how your day's going, or what the fuck you're having for dinner. Who gives a shit? Because sometimes my mind will wander that direction too, right? But then at the same time, sometimes my mind would wander to what I didn't want. Then I would just say the shit out loud. Yeah. And you're good to go. All right, guys, we're going to do the photo method because I have to pee. And I'm going to hang up in 45 minutes. Well, okay. So look at it this way. Just because you're living in the moment of you having your SP doesn't mean that you don't need like daily reminders, or doesn't mean that you're not trying to manifest something else, right? You can manifest a million different things. So just because I would be living in the moment of having my SP didn't mean I wasn't watching YouTube videos, because I would keep myself with having regular, thanks Jelly Belly, because I would keep myself in check. That's what it's all about, is having these reminder videos of saying like, because reminding you that you have to decide that you're a master at manifesting, that no one has free will, right? All of these things like that. If you have that stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's what you tell yourself, okay? Your subconscious mind isn't like, remember, your subconscious mind does not have an opinion. It does not have the ability to form an opinion. So it's not like you're going to watch a YouTube video and your subconscious mind is going to be like, that means that you don't have your SP, bitch. That's not, your subconscious mind's not going to do that, okay? It just takes you at your word, but it doesn't have an opinion. So it's not going to sit there and question why you're watching YouTube videos on manifesting your SP back if you already have your SP back. It's not going to question that. You're the only one that would be questioning that, saying, well, if I have my SP back, then I don't, why would I be watching this video? Well, that's now what your subconscious mind knows, okay? SP is specific person, usually an ex. Or not, or a celebrity, whoever you want. Okay, and so because of that, that's then Fernanda, I hate to break it to you, you're not sure. You're not 100% sure. Okay, this is where the living in the end shit pisses me off. Okay. This is why, thanks, Cruz. This is why living in the end doesn't work for most people. It's not realistic advice for most people to live in the end, because then they get you saying this, I'm 100% sure. Okay, first of all, you would not be checking and looking for proof if you were 100% sure. If you're 100% sure, you wouldn't have to do that. Okay, because ask yourself this, if you're married right now, if you're married to your SP right now, would you be checking your phone all day wondering if he's going to text you? No, you wouldn't. Okay. Would you be looking for proof that he's still your husband? That he's doing husband material shit? No, you wouldn't do that either. So you're not 100% sure. You're trying to tell yourself you're 100% sure, but this is the problem with living in the end. Okay. I don't know where you're at in your relationship with your SP, but if you're in no contact with your SP, I strongly suggest you do what I say, and that's manifest him back in steps, not living in the end of marriage. Okay. That's what I would recommend for you, because it's a lot easier to manifest a text, okay, than it is to manifest marriage. It's a lot easier to live in the end of he's texting me than we're married. You know what I mean? Especially if your 3D's showing you the complete opposite. If it's showing you the complete opposite, then living in the end of marriage isn't going to help you, okay? Because there's going to be a whole lot of wavering, because you're not seeing movement, right? So instead, if you would live in the end of, he's obsessed with me and he's always calling and texting me, and he'll do anything to be with me, then when you start getting it, when you get a text, then it's a whole lot easier. This is why it speeds up. Because once you start talking again, it's a whole lot easier to assume the next step. To the natural progression of a relationship, right, would be like, okay, we're talking all the time now. So of course, it's a lot easier for you to assume he's going to come spend time with you. Why wouldn't he, right? Because that's how relationship progress. Then once he comes over to see you, it's a whole lot easier for you to believe that you're going to be in a relationship, that you're in a relationship. Okay. Then when you get in a relationship, it's a lot easier for you to start stepping into the assumption of marriage. But if you're nowhere close to marriage and your shit, thanks, Kevin Fines, love you, girl, then that's going to fuck you up. Okay. That's going to fuck you up. And that's not what I would recommend. Okay. You need to stop consuming content. Okay, with your you don't affirm to get, but to remind. Who are you out here listening to? Who are you out here listening to? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Is you don't affirm to get. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. 100% of the time, you're consciously affirming to get. That doesn't make any sense. I'm looking forward to talking to you, bitch. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, and that's where you have to ask yourself that, like, why would I? You're affirming all day long. I mean, you've manifested plenty of shit that you didn't want. You know why? Because you were affirming for what you weren't affirming for what you wanted. You were just affirming. You're always affirming. It's not, you don't have to try to affirm, right? So you're 100%. If you're consciously affirming, you're 100% affirming for what you want. Yeah. You don't affirm to remind yourself. That's fucking like, that's dumb. That's not what you affirm for, right? Because if you think about, if every thought is an affirmation, okay, what are you going around all day long thinking about, right? You're not reminding yourself of shit. Okay? You're affirming for what you want, expecting to have it, expecting that it's here. Okay? That's all that is. Some people out here be teaching some bullshit. I'll tell you that much. That fucking shit makes no sense. You need to stop. Whoever you're following, I strongly suggest you move on. I strongly suggest you move on from all that bullshit. Blocked by SP. Can I just affirm he's asking me on dates, or should I manifest being unblocked first? No, Violet, you don't need to manifest being unblocked. Okay? I wouldn't even acknowledge being blocked. Okay? So, no, instead, I would recommend this. This is what I would recommend, is that you affirm what I did. Is he is so obsessed with me. He is so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay? Whatever has to happen for that to become true will happen. Okay? He'll have to unblock you. He'll have to contact you. He'll have to take you out on dates. And then obviously be in a relationship with you. So I definitely would not recommend manifesting being unblocked at all. Hey, Viking Mama. Ooh, like a goddess today, guys. So the other day that says manifesting at night before bed is stronger. Dawn, so yes, I always tell you guys that you guys should be falling asleep in your affirmation. Like, just pick one or two max and fall asleep like that. As well as, before, I was just telling one of my clients that this morning, is she says I tend to grab my phone first thing in the morning. No. And guys, hold your questions, because we're going to do the photo method, okay? No. The best time to affirm is right when you wake up. As soon as you wake up, don't get your fucking ass out of bed. And before you go to bed, okay? And before you go to bed, okay? Because when you do, and that's because they say that because you're in SATS, state akin to sleep, right? Which means your subconscious mind is wide open to suggestion. Okay. However, you're not only in SATS in the morning and at night, like, you're in SATS throughout the day. Okay. So if you ever find yourself like if you ever find yourself like, damn, I could take a nap right now, you're in SATS. So affirm, right? If you're ever sitting there, like, let's say you're sitting there at work, or you're sitting there on the couch and you just find yourself like spacing off, but you can hear the TV playing, but you can't hear the words necessarily, you're in SATS. Okay. SATS is nothing but a hyper relaxed state. Okay. So that's, so I would definitely leverage those times that you're feeling that way to affirm. If you would fall asleep, well, I used to think, because I tried it once, I was like, I wonder if you could fall asleep while affirming. And I was like, but that doesn't make any sense. If I'm thinking, how can I fall asleep? But it works every time. Every night I go to sleep, I affirm. And I drift off to sleep. I don't set a timer because I'm trying to go to bed, but I will literally just, I will just affirm for what I want right before I go to bed and fall asleep in the affirmation. Yeah. Mhm. I would play my affirmations at night, but I don't think my boyfriend wants to hear that shit. And I cannot sleep with earbuds in my ears. I feel like it hurts my fucking ear. Okay. All right. Let's hold the questions. Okay. Uh, exactly. And that's what you guys may very much, like what Pumpkin said, that may be very much what you guys experience. Okay. Because I started doing this is affirming as I fall asleep in my mind. And I have noticed that my boyfriend has appeared I've been doing it for maybe like 2, 3 weeks now, but my boyfriend appears in my dreams nightly, every night. I can't tell you what the fuck what the hell happens in my dreams, but I just know he's in it. So that is something that's powerful, right? Is I don't remember it. Like it would have to be a very vivid dream for me to remember the dream. But yeah, you'll find that out that they all of a sudden are appearing in your dreams. And so take that as a fucking sign. Everything's a goddamn sign. Have you not been paying attention? Oh, of course. He's in my dreams. That's because he can stop thinking about me. Because he wants to be with me right now. I do, Queen. I do. I don't need to. I don't need to do as much affirming that I did before, but that's because I'm impatient. So I wanted my SP back like today, and I know myself. So if I had to control my fucking thoughts about it, then I would do that. You know, then I would that if that means I got to affirm all goddamn day, then that's what I'm about to do. I don't give a shit. You know, but now I don't. Now I don't. It's a lot easier for me to just say. It's a lot easier for me just to say things, and have it literally become true. And have it literally become true because you didn't give it a second thought. And that's what I'm gonna give you all a little task to do today, because we're gonna test the theory together. Okay, it's not a theory. I know it works, but we're gonna do it today. I'm gonna give you before I leave a task to do, a to-do task, because I feel like this will help you guys realize your power. Okay. All right. So get your phones out. Get that picture of your SP out while I take a bite of my mashed potato. I usually make bowls of mashed potatoes for dinner. Is that weird? Ooh, Tanzania. Mm-hmm. I'd make a whole bowl of mashed potato. Hold the questions, but I don't. Yes, absolutely. Did you text me though? Because if you texted me, shoot that back to the top so I can see it. Okay. I don't believe in a lot of that stuff. I don't believe in shadow work. Okay. So, but if it comes down to your assumptions. If you believe in shadow work, then it's going to work for you. Okay. But if you want to regulate your nervous system, just click the link in my bio. A good friend of mine, a business client of mine, she has a masterclass coming up shortly that she used to own two very successful pharmacies, and she decided to ditch the pharmacy game. She wants to help people. Hey, Tony. She wants to help people do it naturally, and she's really good at it. So she is hosting a masterclass. She's actually going to be on my live. I'm doing a separate live, or we're going to do a little extended version of the live on, I think, Wednesday. She's going to come on my live. Thanks, Farah girl. So that she can talk to you guys about a nervous system. Okay. Now, so if you want to regulate your nervous system fast, if you believe that I think it's beneficial anyway, then you can join her masterclass. It's 100% free. Okay. And then I'm going to bring her on here to talk about her nervous system. Now, here's the thing though, with nervous systems, the one thing, again, it's all about assumptions, right? If it's working for you, then do it. Then keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Sophie. I love you. Okay. If that works for you, then do it by all means. Okay. It's all based on your assumptions and your beliefs. If you believe it helps you, then it does. Okay. And so that's why, that's what I would recommend. Hey, Scott. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell you don't do something. Do something. If it works for you, then do it. I love you, Diamond. Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing the photo method. So yeah, thanks, CC. You guys fuck me up right here. Okay, I get distracted. Ooh, Dominican Republic is a beautiful country. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the bathroom. All right, guys. So you have those pictures of your SPs out, right? Okay. So pull that picture of your SP out. Now, while you're doing that, I want you guys to go down memory lane. Okay, we're going to go into the old story for a moment. Okay, and I want you to go back to the beginning of your relationship when they checked all the boxes, right? Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. You were over the moon for this man, okay, or woman. And you're going to go back to the time in your relationship where everything was perfect. Usually it's in the beginning. So go ahead and go back to that time right now. And I want you to remember how they made you feel, who they were as a person for you. Okay, girl, then you're going to do the next one. We're going to move to the next step for you. Okay, so you're back with your perfect person. Okay, the version of your SP that you love. And you're going to remember real quick, you're going to remember how he makes you feel. How that person makes you feel. How they treated you. Who they were for you. Now that you have that version of your SP, you're going to bring him into your current reality. Okay? That version of your SP is here right now. Okay? Yes, I do. Yeah, yes, I do this for a living. The links are on my bio. Okay? I'm doing great. Okay. So we're doing an exercise of the Kermit. Okay, so you now have that perfect version of your SP is here with you right now. That version is here now in your current reality right now. Okay? You have that perfect version of your SP. Remember we said we're doing this for 24 hours is you're persisting in your new SP. Okay? This is the perfect SP. Forget who they were 1 minute ago. This is who they are now. For you. Your perfect version is here right now. Now, since you have that perfect version of your SP, then you should automatically know and expect them to contact you. Okay? Expect them to contact you right now. I will hold the questions, okay? Because we'll get to all the questions right after this, okay? Jennifer, put it in your mind, okay? Put them in your mind, okay? So now you have your SP, the perfect SP for you now. So now you're going to put on if you are new here, you're going to put on your fucking crown. If you are not new here, then that shit should already be on because we don't take our crowns off ever, okay? So now you've got that. Okay, so now you're going to give your commands because queens give commands. Queens also expect for their person to do what they tell them to do. This is your perfect boyfriend. This is your perfect girlfriend. You brought them back right now. They're here right now, waiting for you to give them permission to contact you. That's all they're waiting for is permission for you to let them contact you. Okay? So they're here right now. Oh, I'm going to, Shanae. I'm doing that today. Okay. So you're going to pull out your picture and you're going to give your command. If you are in no contact or you are in contact, but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to tell them, you can say you're contacting me right now, you're texting me right now, or you're calling me right now. Whatever has to happen, it will unfold naturally. So if they're not a caller, they're a texter, then they're going to text you. Okay? So I would say, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. I would prefer you to say what the fuck I tell you to say and not, make up your own shit. unless it's in alignment with this, okay? So it's like, you're texting me right now. 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 Okay? No, Charlie. Okay, Charlie. Okay, so you're going to do that. Okay? Because remember, your perfect version, your perfect boyfriend and girlfriend are here with you right now, waiting for you. Okay? No, you're, Diamond, you're saying you, bitch. You. You're looking at your picture of your SP. So you say, you're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. You're texting me right now. Okay? Now, if you're in constant contact or sexting, and you've been doing this for a while, then you're going to give your other command of, you're coming to see me right now. You're coming to see me right now. You're coming. You can say today, whatever. You're coming to see me today. 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 And that's it. Now, if you're in a full blown relationship with your SP, then you can say you want him to do whatever you want him to do today. You're making love to me today. You're making love to me today. You're making love to me today. Okay? Okay. So, the key is to persist and hold the version. You must hold the version of your perfect boyfriend or girlfriend as if that is who they are right now. As if that's who they are right now for you. Okay? You need them to be that person now for you. The minute you know that the version of your SP that you love is here now, that's who that version is now. Your SP is that person for you now. They will text you instantly. Instantly. That's why I'm going to encourage you guys to continuously hold perfect boyfriend. So they're here with you right now because we just went and got their ass back. Okay. They're here with you right now. Okay. And expect them to contact you. Do it now. And we're back. We're back. How was that? I know you said good. Okay. So I want to encourage you guys to hold on to that. Okay. If you are new here, you're just tuning in, you have met me for the very first time, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jen, and I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption to work in your favor, because that's what it's all about. Why follow rules when you can make them work for you? Okay? And leverage. That's what we do here. We leverage. All right. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, where I take your exact situation and help you get your shit right, and we curate affirmations, we recreate your SP on the spot together, and I map out a plan for you to get your SP back like super fast. I've taken somebody from no contact to fully living with their SP in less than 2 weeks. I have people every day texting me, blow my shit up about getting movement. Okay, about getting significant movement from their SPs. So if you're interested in that, links are in the bio. Okay, I go live every day at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't trip. I upload them every single day on my YouTube channel, so you can always watch them there and help me get my watch hours up. Just let it play. I don't give a shit. Don't really care. Because they're long as fuck. And then also I do offer tech support coaching as well. So you have me in your pocket to help you break through anything that you have that's holding you back, okay? And to talk to you. All right, so. Yeah. Yes, Sanja. Yes, you are. Okay. Also, I have a free WhatsApp community. It is free. It is going to be turning to paid because I only want people that are serious about manifesting their SPs in my community. Okay. What I teach works. I don't give a shit what anybody tells you. What I teach works. Okay. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. And I do not ever parrot information I found on fucking YouTube video or on TikTok. Definitely not that. I teach what I know works because I've done it. My YouTube channel links are in the bio. Okay. You can go to my YouTube channel there. So definitely get in the WhatsApp community now, because if you get in before it turns to paid, you're not going to have to pay. I'm not going to kick you out. No one has time for that shit. And it's March 1st. So I really want to start doing monthly challenges with you guys so that you guys can curate your entire dream realities. Okay. And link is in the bio, Farah. Okay. So click on that. Join our community. We like to keep high vibe in there as much as possible, but it's in there too. You can see success stories to see that people are, what's happening with people's movements and so forth as well. Okay. Now, with that said, if you are in my WhatsApp community, because this is for people that are just tuning in, if you are in my WhatsApp community and you have ever been approached by somebody other than myself, which I would never do that to you unless I'm talking to you, like, you know, conversation wise. If you are ever approached on WhatsApp about coaching services, do not take it. Do you understand? Do not take it. It's not coming from me. I did not give anybody permission to poach any of my members. I don't even do that. Why on earth would I give someone else permission to do that? I never, ever. Okay? So please don't do that. And check the facts. Check the facts. Okay? I've done it. So you should only, I'm not saying you have to work with me, but if you're going to work with somebody, make sure that they've done it. Okay, that they actually have their SP back. Because if they don't, what the fuck would you help? Why would you want their help? That makes no sense at all. Because they can't teach you how to do something ethically. They should not be teaching what they don't know how to do. Okay, I will never do that to you at all. I told you guys, I can't announce it yet. But I just manifested for someone. Oh yeah. If you are interested in having me manifest for you, you can go ahead and grab a time spot, okay, one-on-one coaching, and I'll manifest for you, okay, as well. I've made that agreement. I don't have a manifest for you option yet, okay, because I literally just thought about it yesterday. You can grab a 30-minute time slot and just put on there, manifest for me, okay, because I'm fucking good at it. I manifested something very significant in this world. And I can't tell you what it is yet. She asked me not to. But she knows I did it. Okay. She threw me off with this one too. I was like, damn, Okay, challenge accepted. 72 hours later, she got 90% of her manifestation. It was a 2-part manifestation. So the first part already manifested in 72 hours. Second part is literally on its way. And it's, I mean, if we talk one-on-one, I'll tell you what it is that I manifested for her, but it's wild. Like it's big. And so she just sent me a message yesterday, said, oh my gosh, it's working and we're celebrating. Please keep going. Please keep going. Please keep going. It's like, you got it, bitch. You got it. It's what I'm here for. Okay. I have no idea. AJ. I think it's next week. Next week sometime. But if you can't find one, or let's say you book a time and it's not till Wednesday. If I can, then I will go ahead and see if I can work with you and move you up this calendar. Okay. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I've manifested for a couple people, for them. I don't ever take the credit, right? I won't ever take the credit for it, but I'm good at it. So call what you up. I don't give a shit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can go ahead. Oh yeah, you're in the UK. So I know there's a time difference. So I think I don't have, that's probably fine. That's totally fine. She had 2 manifestations too. It was a 2-part manifestation. And so if I can manifest that shit, but anyway, so, and I don't even need to take my word for it either, to be quite frank, because it's on the news. Well, not me, but what I helped her with is on the news. So you gotta take my word for it. So anyway, so I will be getting back to everybody's text messages today. That is a guarantee. I do have to go grocery shopping, and I need to find times if I can get my nails done. But I'll be working through all of these text messages today. I promise you're all going to get a response today. Some of you guys be on that shit though. Okay. So, which is not a big deal. I love it. Okay. And I love seeing you guys get progress. Okay. Oh, that's probably why, AJ. I'll check here too for you. Nice to meet you too, Jen. Or Jennifer, whichever you prefer. I prefer Jen, personally. Jenny makes me sound like I'm 5. So I don't like that. But my Canadian clients like to call me Jenny. So that's totally fine. I'm in no contact, and now oddly his friends and his reposts keep appearing on my 40 pages. This guy. Absolutely. I take everything as a sign. I would take everything as a sign. Okay? That he's thinking about you. I love you too, girl. That, yeah, I would take everything as a sign. He's definitely thinking about me. Shit. He is thinking about me right now. Like, look at him trying to get my attention. He has to use his friends to get my attention. Mm-hmm. Good. Everything's a sign. Everything is a sign. Do you understand? Everything's fucking a sign. You know what? You saw his friends today? Take that as a sign, though, AJ. Take that as a sign. Like, what's the likeliness that you were supposed to go to that person's wedding and then ran into him? Saw him. Right? Be like, of course. Duh. I'll be at their 1-year anniversary. So, what does it mean when you manifest SP, then all your crush ask you out and you have thought about? Oh, that's a good one, because this happens often. Okay, so Divine Flora, what is happening is this. I want you to take a look at your past crushes that are reaching out to you, right? That are asking you out that you never thought about. Okay, take a look at them, the ones that have reached out, and ask yourself on the spot, how would I describe that person right now? How would you describe each and every one of them? Not your SP, but the former crushes. The fact that you consider them a crush tells me here's what you're going to notice. When you describe the ones that are conforming, you describe them very differently. Okay. Remember, everyone you've ever came in contact with is attached to your energy. Okay. It's like what they have a whole thing about it called 6 degrees of separation. Okay. Everybody is attached to your energy, which means they're all attached to, which means they're all attached to you. Okay. So if you look at how you would describe each and every one of these people that are asking you out now, your description of them, I'm willing to bank 100% on this. Your description of them is very different than if I was to ask you to describe your SP right now. Okay. Is there certain things about your crushes that you most likely know about them? Like, oh, I just know that they would do this. I know this about them. I know this about them. Right. That's why they're conforming. So this is a quick fix. Okay. So one thing that you can do is add your person's name into your affirmation. Okay. So it's like, Bob is so obsessed with me. Right. So now you're directing it towards a specific person. Okay. On top of that, what else you can also do is you can also sit there and say, okay, let me take everything that I know about my crushes that I don't want to be with. What is my description of them? Well, let me go ahead and take that description, put that shit in my SP. Okay. And I'm going to start describing him only that way. I'm going to start looking at him in the same way that I look at my crushes. And then he will start to conform. I had somebody do that. She ran into this same problem. So I said, not a problem, not a problem. Let's fix that. So I had her do that. Boom. All of a sudden, the one she wanted was conforming. Okay. So that's all you have to change. Okay. Because that's usually 99% of the time, that's what happens. Okay. That's what happens is it's a little tweak that you make. And then you're good. Then you're fucking good. So, I've read, I know, thank you very much, Divine Floor. I try. I've been doing this. Okay. So yeah, you would CC if you notice that somebody, the only reason I would say you add a name is if somebody else is conforming and not the one that you want. Okay. So did I add a name? Sometimes I'd be like, George is the easiest for me to manifest, or I'd be like, yeah, I don't think I added a name. I didn't have to. But what I realized with clients, though, is that they'd be like, dude, so this person is conforming, but the one that I actually want is not. And then I would be like, okay, well, describe them to me. And they would describe, hey, bestie. Then they would describe the one that was conforming. And I was like, your description of, and things that you know about the one that's conforming, the one that you don't want. He all of a sudden, I said, your description of him is very different. You know certain things about him. Like, oh yeah, she would say things like, oh yeah, I know that if I called him, he would answer. I know that he would do anything for me. Like, I know that he would bring me dinner. I know that he would, she knew all these things about the SP that she didn't want. But when it came to her SP, she wasn't describing him the same way. And so I said, that's your problem, is you need to take that same description, the things that you know about the one that's conforming that you don't want to be with, and you need to put that shit in your other SP. Then on top of that, if you don't want to be with that person, then just be like, he just wants to be friends. He literally just wants to be friends. Right. And I said, and also take and say his name in your affirmation. So it'd be something like, George is so obsessed with me. Right. You don't have to say his name in all of them if you're saying them together. So it would be like, George is so obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me. So you mentioned him in the beginning. So now your subconscious mind's like, oh, that's who we're talking about. Got it. And then that person starts to conform. Same thing, Joe. Same thing. Your description of him is probably very different, very, very different than your SP, which is why he's all of a sudden conforming, right? And so instead, we need to flip that shit, okay, and put it same energy into what you actually want. Because who the fuck? Like, I don't get me wrong. I love to be desired. I do love to be desired, but not that way. Yeah. And so like I was talking to somebody earlier today, and she's been like repeatedly asked out, if you will, by like 4 different guys this week. 4 different guys this week. So I told her, I said, well, what are you saying? And she had one affirmation that was like, the thing was like everyone, it was something like everyone wants me, right? And I said, well, that's why, bitch, that's why that's happening. I said, so instead, I said, let's wordsmith this a little bit. And instead of that, I said, let's say, whoever I want wants me even more. Whoever I want wants me even more. So she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to do that then. Because therefore, now it's whoever you want, which is your SP, right? Now that channels it to them and not the whole fucking world. Because I mean, I love a little flattery, but not if it means that my SP's not conforming. Fuck that shit. Like I just said, La Señorita, is the reason that's happening is because take a look at the descriptions you have about the others that are contacting you. The others that are contacting you, how would you describe them? If I was to ask you to talk to me about them now, your description of those that are contacting you is probably very different than the description of your SP. That's why he's not conforming and the other ones are. So you need to change that. Okay, so once you change that, then all of a sudden they start to conform too, right? So just match that description and just start looking at that. Well, Cece, of course he's not mad at you. Why would he? Why would he? He's changing the version of him. You're changing the version of him, and therefore he's over that shit. Okay, he's over that because that's not who he is anymore. Okay, so persist in only new version, new version, new version, new version, new version. The one that I want, the one that I want, the one that I want. Okay, and they will conform quickly. Okay, so if you are going to exactly, Michael, that's what it's all about. Everything you guys are doing is for yourself. It's not for anybody else, but you need to elevate yourself as a human being. So, you start having better relationship. Like, you can't run your relationship the same way you ran it before. Then, because I told you, consider this your free fucking psychic reading. You don't need a psychic. I'm about to tell you exactly what your psychic reading is right now. If you do not change and evolve yourself, if you do not evolve as a person, your relationship will end the exact same way it ended before, with you two not together. Consider that your psychic reading. So you need to evolve as a person, because here's your second psychic reading. If you evolve as a person and do what I tell you to do and be a better person, then guess what's going to happen? Your relationship, they will come back. That's a guarantee. The guarantee is they will come back. The timing is entirely up to you. But they will come back and they will be everything you've ever wanted and more, and you will have the best relationship of your life and it will last forever. Consider that your second psychic reading. Because these are facts. Okay? These are absolute facts. And the reason why they're not conforming quick enough is because somewhere you're wavering. So Joe, you're going to go through your day and realize, where am I wavering in my thoughts? Am I consistent in my thoughts about him? Am I consistently selecting new version only? Am I consistently flipping my thoughts if a negative thought comes up? Because that's natural. Am I flipping that shit on the spot? Am I expecting certain behavior from him? The minute you expect, he conforms. The minute you expect perfect boyfriend, he conforms. There's not a long drawn out process. It's really not. It's not a how long should this take type of shit. It shouldn't take long at all. I tell you guys, in case you're new here, there's 4, did we say 4 steps? I think so. There's 4 steps to manifesting your SP back. Okay? And anyone that tells you these 4 steps, guess who they stole that shit from? Me. Okay? So, first step is self-concept. Self-concept is simply how you see yourself. Okay? It is not if you will never manifest your SP back just because you have stellar self-concept. Sorry. Anybody that tells you that you need to have perfect self-concept and that is the only way you'll manifest your SP back, they don't know what they're talking about. They're lying to you. They're absolutely lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about, which tells me all I need to know. Because I have clients that have a great self-concept. They have a stellar self-concept. But they also believe that whoever they want, they believe that they can get anybody that they want except their SP. So you can have the best self-concept in the fucking world. So what? That doesn't mean that you're going to get your SP back. That's fucking stupid. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. But self-concept is important in life, okay? So you don't need to go, you don't need to really affirm for all these self-concept traits. You literally just need to start telling yourself that I have perfect self-concept. I have perfect self-concept. I have perfect self-concept. Solves that problem right there, because your subconscious mind knows what that is for you. What is perfect self-concept for you? You need to see yourself as the baddest bitch, because when you do, you're on that pedestal, okay? This is where the pedestal comes in, is self-concept, okay? You should never be off that pedestal, okay? So that's step one. Step two, which is the most important part of manifesting your SP back, is how you see your SP. What version of your SP are you consistently selecting? Because you're always selecting a version of your SP. So typically you're looking at your SP as who they are today, not who you want them to be. Okay. So if you're looking at who they are today, that's why you don't have your SP. So instead, you need to flip that shit. Okay. You need to flip it now, and you need to say, no, absolutely not. They're my perfect boyfriend. And you need to persist in perfect boyfriend or perfect girlfriend. Okay. And that's the only way you see them. If that's the only way you see them, they must conform, and they're going to do all the things you're affirming for. This is why if you've been affirming, they're not conforming and you're not seeing any movement. That is why, because you are seeing them as who they are today, not who you want them to be for you. You're not expecting a different version. You're simply persisting in your 3D right now. You can't do that. You have to see them as perfect boyfriend. Okay. And then the third one is to control your thoughts. You must control your thoughts. We affirm because it distracts your mind. It keeps you focused. Okay. So if you're affirming, it's impossible for you to think negative thoughts and positive at the same time. That's impossible. It doesn't go together. Okay. So instead of your mind wavering, because you have to remember there are two types of thoughts you process every day. One is focused thinking. Okay. Focused thinking is when you're at work, when you're working, you're focused on something. Therefore, you don't have time to think about anything else because you're working. Okay. But it's the times when you're on lunch break, taking a shower, watching TV, cooking dinner, driving in the car. That is when you are free roaming. Your mind is free roaming. Okay. You're free thinking. And typically you're thinking about your current situation and all the shit you don't want. So that's why affirming fills that dead airspace. Okay. It focuses your thoughts only on what you want, which is what speeds up your manifestation. Okay. And then the fourth step is throughout your day, that whenever you have like, let's say you're not affirming and you're at work, but you have a momentary thought of your SP. If it's not perfect boyfriend, then you just tell yourself, nope, he's the perfect boyfriend. You have to flip your thoughts. You must flip your thoughts. Okay. If you have a negative thought about what he's not doing right now, or no, he'll do anything to be with me right now. He'll do anything to be with me right now. If you're thinking about how he's not texting you, no, he always calls and texts me. Okay. You just have to flip your thoughts throughout the day. Okay. This is something that is never going to change. These are things that are never going to change. Like, this is not just to manifest your SP back. This is for you to it's for you to manifest your SP back and to stay with them. This is something you have to condition yourself. You have to get good at this, because the more you can get good at this, then the better off you'll be. Okay. I got a jet, guys. Okay, real quick, because this is a topic I'm good at too. And if anybody tells you that I don't know what I'm talking about, first of all, yeah, go for it, Nikki. First of all, we don't call 3Ps around here. We call them gutter trash. Okay. And we send them packing back to the dumpster they crawled out of. Anyone that tells you that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to manifesting gutter trash away it's like they've never met me, because I've done it. I've helped my clients do it. So what I do works. Okay. So instead, what you do is here. Okay. This is you. I'll leave at this after this one. This is you. This is gutter trash. This is gutter trash. And this is SP. Okay. Right now it's this. So the only thing you have to do is create a wedge between gutter trash and SP. Because the second you create a wedge, gutter trash will do all the work for you. Don't even worry about it. Okay. She'll do all the work for you. Well, first of all, you all better stop calling all your SPs avoided. That shit is so fucking stupid. Stop doing that. Okay. So what you're going to do is create the wedge. So she has to show up. This is where we leverage the law. She must show up based on your assumptions of them. So what do you want to choose to assume about this gutter trash? That she's fucking crazy. She's a raging bitch. She's got serious anger issues. Whichever one, pick your choice. Those ones work the best. Okay. Because they must conform to your SP that way. Okay. Because they're in your reality. So instead you're like, no. I'm going to separate the two. So I'm going to change my assumption of gutter trash because she must conform to my assumption to my SP, which is great. And then what you're going to do there is now that so then you affirm them away, right? But the key is to affirm them away, okay? And to keep them away. We want to send them to the dumpster and close the fucking lid, the dump truck, take them out, okay? So now you affirm and you say, okay, something like, this is exactly what I said, okay? He can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to do with her. They argue all day, every day. Okay. So I just had another client. That's what she did. 1 week, in less than a week, gutter trash's relationship status was put back on single. And the post that she posted, basically talking about how great of a man she had, she deleted. Less than a week. The other one had gutter trash gone in 3 days. It works like a charm. Trust me. Okay. So once you've created that wedge, because you're affirming for conflict in their relationship, right? You won't need to confirm anything. You won't need any confirmation. Okay. They will confirm it for you. In fact, they'll oftentimes repeat your affirmations back to you, which is what's the fun part. Okay. So now you've built the wedge. Now gutter trash is going to do exactly what you tried to do to save your relationship. She's going to try to force the 3D. And the more she tries to force the 3D, as you already know, because you're living proof, it doesn't work. Okay. So the more she forces the 3D, the more she pushes him away, just like you did. Okay. And so since you're also affirming for you and SP at the same time, he turns around and he comes on home to mama. He comes on home to mama. Okay. But if you're dealing with gutter trash too, you do need to tell yourself, I found this helpful, is like, no one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. And he will basically tell her that. Like, no, yeah, she's everything you're not. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have a video done on it, okay? I have a video done on that. That's right. No one compares to you. You're a soulmate. Fuck gutter trash. That's why we call them gutter trash here, because they're irrelevant. They're irrelevant. So, bye. Bye-bye. Okay? Also, and then I had one more. Oh, yeah. You're going to have to, you can come on my live tomorrow if you want. What was your name? Whoever's asking how to manifest your avoidant SP, first of all, you all need to start. I did not even know that was a fucking term at all. But apparently it's a very popular one. So you're going to stop referring to your SP as avoidant. We'll just start with the obvious, okay? Because avoidant men do not contact you. They do not come and see you. They do not spend time with you. They do not want to be with you. I love you, Nadine. Okay, they don't want all of the above because what are they? Avoidant. So that makes no sense. Why would you want to describe them as avoidant? I mean, here's how you have to think about it. You guys crack me up when you guys say avoidant SP. I said, okay, well, I didn't ask if he was avoidant. I mean, I would assume an ex is avoidant, right? Isn't that like the obvious? That's why it's your, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of a given. So we're not going to do that. All right. I brought the wrong power bank today, guys. So that's why I got a jet, because my phone is going to die. All right. So again, if you want one-on-one coaching with me, if you want to talk about your current situation, you want me to help you manifest your SP back in lightning speed, I don't care how long you've been in no contact. I don't care what you tried in the past, because none of that matters. Okay. It's a superpower of mine. I'm very good at it. I've got a shit ton of testimonials in about 4 weeks that are case in point, and that are like, I have more testimonials in the matter of last, 5 weeks now? I think it's been 5 weeks, than people who have it, who have been doing this shit for years. Okay? So, there's that. All right? So all links are in the bio. You can catch me on live tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow, and I'm going to post a video tomorrow morning all about self-concept because y'all kill me with that shit. All right. I love you guys. And I, of course, will see you tomorrow. You guys are the best, but expect a text message from me today. All right. Because you know, when you expect a text, what happens? So you can start with me, bitch. You can start with me. We got to expect somewhere. All right, guys. I love you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.